Guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm taking part in another collab hosted by Pretty Little Nailz to do with the Fall Equinox. So I'm a day late, I think, in getting this video up. It might possibly be two. So I've not been well, but I wanted to do it because I said I would. So I've already put down some colours. So I've used the butterscotch from the lovely Neo Nails Urban Graffiti, and these take 30 seconds to cure. So I've used butterscotch and I've used Lagoon Falls. They're both 30 seconds in the lamp. And then this one I've used Nearly Naked. It's a nude, also from Neo Nails, and it is a 60-second cure, this one, in the square bottles. So I've popped them colours down just to save a little bit of time, even though I just piffled on about them. Now, I have kind of planned what I'm going to do, but you know, things don't go to plan. So I'm just going to pop a little bit. I have done the set of nails just so I've got a bit of a thing to look at, so I know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. But I did originally use a white paint and gel, but I'm going to try using this, I don't even know what I'm saying, the gel polish rather than a paint and gel, because I just need to do a bit of a Frenchie on two of these with the white, because I want to put some foil on. I've got some like check plaid foil that I'm wanting to use, but I didn't think it would show up very good over these colours. So I'm just going to rub this tacky layer off, because I want to be able to paint onto them. Now I think I matted the nail so I could paint on it, but I don't know if it'll make a difference with us using the gel, so I'm not going to. Now this brush is as stiff as a stiff thing, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it or not. Right, so I'm trying to think how I did it. So I want to go about there and bring it down. I'm shaking. Now I want it a bit wider, otherwise you're not going to see the foil. Actually, the gel was a lot easier to paint with than those painting gels. So I'm going to put that one like that. And this is where I get confused when I've got to do the opposite. Where do I want it? About there. Okay. Maybe I just want to bring this one down like that. Not bad. So I'm going to infill that. I think I'll just use the normal brush for that part. Infill that, cure it, and then I think I'll give it a rub over again, just with the alcohol. I might need 2 coats of white. And then I'm going to pop some foil gel on. So it doesn't really matter if it's not as opaque, because it's just a background to make sure that the foil can be seen. So I might not even bother with 2 coats, to be fair. My hands are very shaky today. I think I've got more of an edge. Oh, I've definitely got more of an edge down that side, haven't I? Let's just widen it. It's going to look like a dog's dinner now. Don't mind. As long as the tops kind of match, I I've definitely brought that one over a lot more than I did that one, but I have to fix it. I don't do line work, this is why. I love it when I see other people do it and they just get the brush and they just do this big swooshy thing across there and it looks perfect. I'm not perfect and I never will be. So, it doesn't look, actually it looks better on, yeah, right, let's just do it like that. So they're going in the lamp before I trash them. So that'll take 60 seconds for them just to cure in place. And then I'll show you the foil I'm going to use. So this was a box of foils that I got on one of my last video air hauls from Temu, I want to say. And these might be from Shein, I'm not sure. Anyway, you have to kind of roll the foils out because they do change throughout the file. They're not long bits, but anyway, as you can see, I've been practicing with this one, but I like this one because I thought it went with the colouring. It's like kind of fall colours, so I'm going to use this file today. Like I say, I think there was like 3 different types of plaid on each strip, so I've cut this one off, so that was like 1, but you'll get a good few applications out depending what you're doing. Now I don't think I'll bother with a second coat because like I say, I'm covering them over with the foil, so I do want to take off the tacky layer before I put my foil glue gel on. Okay, now I'm going to be using, I do have a Neo Nails foil gel, but I can't stop myself using this Sparkle Supplies one because it's trusty. I love it, and I know if I use it, watch us say this and it'll not work, but 9 times out of 10 it works first time. I think it's about getting you, it's not even so much about curing this one because 60 seconds is more than enough. You don't need to let it cool down, it's just whether you've getting the application on the nail correct for the transfer. Now I'm not bothered if I go over the nail, the outline a little bit, because it is it can just be wiped off with a little bit of acetone to tidy it up. So I'm not going to try and be clever, I'm going to do one at a time. Right, so that's out the lamp. Now I want to try and get the foil kind of, because I want to get the lines coming down as straight as possible. So I kind of want to line the foil up with the nail and then move it over slightly so I get down that edge. So this is where, like I say, when you're doing a design where it's just taking a bit out like that, you are kind of wasting a foil, but these foils were cheap as chips, so it's not really. I'll do one a little rubber dubber. I'll use this just to rub that in a little, pull it back, see what's happening, see where you need to go. I like to kind of fold it and push it down the edge of the nail just to make sure it's covering. I've got a little bit there. Yes. Do that edge a bit. It's not there. And obviously you can't blame the gel, sometimes it's the foil. These foils are quite thin and flimsy compared to some of them that I've used. Like I say, it's a right now. I think that's where, you know what I did forget to do though. I forgot to mat the nail, because that's what happens, guys, when you don't mat the nail. It's stuck on there on the tack, and then you can just rub it away anyway. It makes no difference. But it saves you the cleanup if you mat the nail, because then the foil won't actually stick to it. Now I'm just going to rub that back a bit to tidy up that edge slightly. You can use a brush, you can use one of these things, and you just tidy it up like so. Now I'm not bothered about it being too tidy around the edge because I am going to outline it. So that's what I'm going to do on the other nail once I've learnt my lesson from this one and matted it. Right, so we've got both nails done there now, with the plaid on. So they're not protected at the moment, and I've also had to change the gloves because the acetone was rotting a hole in my other ones. And these are a bit big man hands, these ones are for. So I need to put a base gel on this one because I'm going to be doing some stamping and I need a bit more of a tacky layer, plus it'll seal in the foil. Now you need to be careful going over the foil with a base gel. I'm using Born Pretty's. It's quite thick and it can drag the transfer. Just let it level itself out and pop that in the lamp, ready for some stamping on that one. Now I'm going to do this one. I'm going to put a layer of base gel on. Now I haven't took the tacky layer off this because, well, I don't need to. And we are going to put on some, the like paper, like flower leaves and things first. And I've got a few dried flowers that I'm going to put in. So first of all, I'm going to, so I've got these. So these are like a paper leaf, and then we've got some dried flowers, and then we've got some sparkly maple leaves. So first of all, I'm going to pop in some of these onto the nail, and I'm just going to press them, in theory, into the base gel. Now, because they are paper, I'm not so worried about curing as I go because they tend to like soak up a bit of the gel. do some stamping on these ones. So I need a tacky layer, so they still have their tacky layer on. And I've pulled out some plates. I think I used a bit of each. So we've got some that are just leaves. Oh, this is WHO6. I think it's just a Temu plate. So there's that one there. I think I used that one. We've got this one with Hello Autumn. I think I used some of these little leafages around there. These are Uber Chic plates, which I absolutely love. I'm going to use this one. Sunflowers are my favourite, so I'm going to do a nail where you've got like the summery sunflower going down into the like the dying off sunflower, you get what I mean. And then there's some more Uber Chic. I'll pick bits off and show you them as I go. Oh hell. Now beep beep, I know. Right, so I want my builder gel, which is here. Now, first of all, I want to cut those raggy edges off because some of them are overhanging the nail, so I'll just cut them off first. Otherwise the builder gel might pool on them. Trim that one a bit. Honestly, I don't know why I'm shaking. Right, that'll do. So I want to put quite a thick layer of builder gel on. Oh, look at how them sparkles come to life. I love builder gel. I haven't really mastered building a nail with builder gel, but I don't practice enough. But I do love to encapsulate. So you can do it with base gel. I just find builder gel is thicker. A bit I've cut off. And then you can file it if, like, I think that fanny bit there of that leaf is going to be sticking up. So I'll probably do 2 quarts of builder gel on there. I'll do that one for now, and I'll just tip that up for a sec, let it self level. And then pop that in the lamp. I mean, if you're not bothered about having like a rough texture on your nail, you don't have to do that, but I do it just because I hate to feel the roughness. Now, we're going to do the sunflower first because, as I said, I want to make it like a gradient through the nail. So, I hate this thing as well. I'm going to go back to my spray bottle because it's just too noisy. So I'm going to wipe that. You think it's clean, but it's clearly not clean. Right, so the sunflowers, I'm going to do them from light to dark, and I've got some of the Born Pretty. So I think I did yellow, orange, and then I did like a gold, and so I'm using those to go through. So I'll just grab all my bits together. So I want my square stamp. I'm going to unscrew these because I need to be quite quick with the old stamping. Right, get the nail, which is, I'm going to do it on this blue one. Okay, and I'm going to put, unscrew them properly. I'm just going to be a bit slapdash with the colours before they dry. I don't think I'm being slapdash enough neither. I'm going to do that one. So this is meant to represent like the sunflowers kind of changing as they die off for the autumn. And then bring it down and smush it over. So there you can see I've tried to get like a gradient. So then I'm going to pop it on this hopefully sticky enough nail. And I'm going to bring it over a tad because I want more of the, like that. And then I might see, oh, flaming gloves. Can I get them bits on? I need to bring it down, but I don't want to put the yellows back on because it's meant to be. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a wipe. Yeah, that's good. I've got no room. I'm going to give that a wipe just on there. I'm going to do the two-tone of the last two colours, the glittery ones. So we'll do them in reverse. I'll do the brown and the gold. Give it a swipe. Didn't clean me doodah. Never mind. And then we'll go like that. And then I'm going to pop it. Turn you around. And we'll do that one there without touching the top. And put a bit of gold on the bottom. Like that. So you can see we've got kind of a gradient going on. From summer to fall, in my head, that's what it looks like anyway. Don't know about yours. So I'm going to pop that one to one side because all I'm going to do with that one is pop a few little middle pieces in. Now I'm going to bring this nail back, pop another layer of the builder gel on, just to smooth out, and then I will maybe give it a bit of a buff just to smooth out those sequin, I call them sequins, glitter, I don't know, what are they, sequins, are they? Just to smooth it out before we top coat. And then I've got some writing that I want to put on this one. So I need to just do that middle bit. Because I can feel, even with the brush, I can feel that flower. And it's going to do me head in. Right, that should do. I'll wipe that off before I... do, give it a minute. Now that's in curing, so now I want to move on to this nail, and this is going to have some stamping on and a little bit of foil. So I'm going to use this tree here and then use the top of that with a different stamping polish and then attempt to stick foil onto it. So let's just get that tree sorted first. So I'm just going to make sure the plate's clean. You can tell everyone who uses these stupid dispenser things for the acetone because you hear that noise. I'm going back to my spray, I think. I think I use more when I use that thing as well. Right, so I've got a brown, Born Pretty, and I'm going to get all my bits together first. So I need those, and I'm gonna do the tree, well, the limbs and the trunk of the tree, and then pick that up. And I'm gonna pop that. Actually, I'll take that bottom bit off, so I don't want that. It's not going to come off. I'm going to pop that on there. Now I just want, where do I want it? I want it near the top. Just like that. Now I'm not bothered that I've got that brown smudgy bit neither, because it just adds to the effect. And that's my excuse anyway, because I can't be bothered to redo it. So now I want to put on a different gel. So I have this She Modern Sticky Clear. Now it's an adhesive base for pigments, glitters, foils. So you cure it and then you're supposed to be able to adhere glitter to it, foil, pigments, like I said. So I'm gonna wipe it over. So it's a bit like the Magician, so you're not really going to see a lot. I'm going to stick that on the nail so I can kind of see it, like that, and then I'll cure it. I'm going to put a little bit more on the bottom there as well. So I'll cure that. So I've cut some little bits off. So I'm using Lust, which is like a holographic, fine holographic. I'm using Bronze Back, Laser Copper, and I think today I might add a little bit of that green in, which I didn't before. So they're all Sparkle Supplies foils. So I've just chopped a little bit off the edge, because I'm just going to be kind of dabbing it onto the gel. And that one is called Green Shimmer. So I've got two bloody things in there. That one's still in there. That's been cured like 15 times now. And then what I'm going to do to create the leaves on the top, I'm going to take a little bit of the foil. Oh, I always do that. Go to put the colour down and just dab it on. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here and there. Just to give the effect of the leaves. I love this Bronze Back one. It's like a snake pattern, but I do like it for just dabbing on as well. And then we need a little bit of the red. Just going through, changing the leaves. A bit on the bottom. Now I want a bit more of the bronzy on there. Like so. Now I just want to pick off, if I can, that bit there. Right. So I've kind of done like a leaf effect. You can see it better once we've got the top coat and things on. So that one I'm going to do a base coat on top of, and then cure that, because I need a sticky layer to do some stamping across the middle of that one. Right, so I've gave that one a little bit of a buff, just to try and smooth it out a bit. It's not perfect, but I'm not going to be wearing them, so it is fine for now. So for this one, I want to put on Hello Fall, just on there. And I did end up rubbing off that brown smudge because it did do me head in. I thought I could ignore it, but I couldn't. So I'm going to put some black. Now I'm going to see, oh, I don't need to make that one. No, right. So I just want my square stamp and my scraper, which is missing. Oh, there it is. Now you have to be quite quick with fine lettering as well, because they just don't pick up that good if you're too slow. And my black is getting a bit thick, so I'm going to just see. Oh yeah, it's worked. So I just need to rub off those extra bits that I don't want. I might leave that bit on. Leave that heart on, see if I can fit that on. So we've got Hello Fall. I'm going to try and pop it in that gap. Because it's had it, still got a sticky layer. So there's that one. Just says Hello Fall. I don't know if I like that black smudge on there. Well, it's not a smudge, it's a, I'm just going to leave it, right. So this one, I've put a base gel on because I needed the tacky layer back. And I need to find the plate that had the right one on. This one, is it? And Autumn Vibes. Where's Autumn Vibes? Not that one. So for this image, I'm going to use Autumn Vibes, but I need it bigger than it actually is. So I'm going to use this stamp to see if I can enlarge the writing. Again, I'm just going to use the Born Pretty Black and do that. Swipe. Roll. Now, the only problem with this stamp is to enlarge it, I need to roll it up, and I can't see. So it's quite small there. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but I'm just pushing that up and it is enlarging the image. So it makes your stamp stiffer on the end. And then I'm going to have to try and just position that, because if I take it off, it's going to collapse again. So we're going to go for there and hope for the best. And it says Autumn Vibes. So it is bigger than the image that I did. I could have done with being a bit straighter, but that is the problem with not being able to see it. But no, that's fine. I can cope with that. So that one's done. I just need to top coat that. Now this one, I just used a brown. And where did I put my plate? And I just used some of these little images coming down the side. So I'm just going to get as many as I can on my stamp. And yeah, no, I don't want that in. I'll have half of that. Get rid of that one. And I just kind of put it down the edge of the nail as if it was coming out like sprigs. So it's that one. And that one. Just to give it a bit. And we're going to put his little acorn. It's bigger than him. He'll be there all week. Reminds us of that film, Ice Age, where that, whatever it is trying to get the acorn on the video, on the every single video. Right, so we've got a little bit of stuff going on there. Now, I need to use the liner gel. So I've just got this Rajasm gold gel. I'm going to outline this nail while it's matted. Because I've got a wonky brush, so I don't think I'll use that brush. Here's the other one. And I just want to outline and tidy up the bit of where we've done the plaid. It doesn't need to be thick, it just needs to be there. Just add a little bit of bling to that outline, wonky as it may be. I don't know what that noise is, it keeps happening. And this one as well, I'm just gonna bring it up there, and I'll have to go around the acorn. This was meant to be a quick video. I'll probably end up speeding it up and cut some of the chatting out. And I just want to bring that out a little bit. I just added a little bit of the gold up the nail. That'll do. Right, I'm going to get those in the lamp before I do anything to those. Now, all I've got left to do is add some gems to that one and that one that's in the lamp. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of this rhinestone glue gel, and because I've got a couple of leaves that I need to stick on that are quite chunky, and they are these ones, so I kind of want to pop it on and get it in place like that. And I need a different shaped one. That one will do. So I'm just going to put a couple of these on and then put some. Originally I used like some bronzy diamondies, but I think I've just found something better, so I'm going to put them on instead. So I just want to add a few dibs and dabs of this. In between there. I think I hear somebody's alarm going off. Sorry if you can. So I'm just going to pop them in there. I can stick them there for now. And I'm going to use some of these greeny ones because I just think they're going nice with that colour. And I just want some little ones in there. I mean, maybe you can't see them, but I want to use them. A few of those. I need a teeny tiny one for in there. And I'm going to add some of these teeny tiny water beads because they've got like a bronzy colour into them. And just stick them in place. Just a few, just to add a little bit something around the leaf because I don't have the patience for caviar beads today. Well, I ain't kidding, I never have the patience for caviar beads. I can't stand them. I think they look lush, but I just can't deal with them. So a few more into there. Put one there, and flip it over, and one there. I'll have just spotted some of these caviar bead things in here actually, so I might make myself out to be alive and just stick a few in. If I don't have to actually, that's a crystally one, I don't want that one. If I don't have to actually position them, I can just splodge them in. I'll cope with that. Yeah, that is fine. So, just a little bit of something something on there. So I'm going to get that in the lamp and cure it. And then for the middles of this flower, I'm going to use the larger bronzy water beads, I think. So just a couple of them in there. And I will go around the gems and add a little bit more glue, but you don't really need to see that. You've been here a year and a half already. So I'm going to stick these on. Use the larger one in the middle. Oh yeah, that looks better than the bronzy ones I used. I'll show you the other ones and you can make your own mind up. But yeah, you've gone. Okay. I can't pick the big ones up. Oh, seriously? Stick thing. I lost that one too. I can pick them up, it's because I'm having to flip them over. That one. There. We'll just put a little one up there. And a little one in there like that. So just adding a little bit of something to the nail there. I'm okay with that. So guys, all I've got left to do is top coat. So I'll tidy my mess and I'll be back. Right, so there we have the nails all top coated. Sorry I was late in getting this out, Katie, but I think they've turned out quite nice. I wasn't keen on that nail, but actually I love it now. So that is my addition to the Fall Equinox, and these are the ones that I originally did, if I can pick them up. So I've switched out and put the water beads in on this one instead of those golden ones, but I think they both look nice. So that is what I've created for this. I hope you guys like them. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and if you stayed till the end, your medal's in the post. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. And oh, don't forget, if I can, I'll get the playlist and attach it into my description of all the other ladies who were in this collab as well. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.